Good morning, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 4:05 a.m. Wednesday, May 18th. Today I'm going to show all of these purple-haired idiots how they're being used. While the government shouts, all the rich people got to pay their fair share. Translation, they're going to raise taxes on everybody. And if you're unaware, they already raised what they're taking from you in tax revenue already. But most of you are unaware. You're too worried about your feelings. Or how you feel on the spectrum. You know, you're not in the rest of the world in reality, and they won't teach you this in school anymore. Because if you do realize what's going on, well, you're gonna realize those people, the woke group that you have in the government, are not really your fucking friends. Now let's go over the information. This is very simple, but they obviously are not teaching it in college anymore. Why? Because it pisses you off. How the frauds that you got in Congress, they're frauds. They ran up the bill so high on the deficit that there's no money left for social programs. That's gone. So how do we raise the taxes without people realizing that we raised the taxes? And we get to blame it on somebody else. You neuter the supply line, so what happens? Supply and demand. You know the prices of food are going to go up. Go check your shelves for baby formula. When there's a shortage and they put it back on the shelves and they raise the price, what are you going to say? You're just going to be glad that you can buy baby formula. Pack of idiots. And why are they letting Congress, why are they letting inflation go unchecked and they're blaming everybody else? And then they turn around and saying they got to tax everybody. And people are already paying a hidden tax increase. And I'll show you how they did it. You know, you professors in college, you communist bastards, you should all be taken outside, put on trial, and shot. What you did to this country. Shot. Now, the clowns up in Congress are telling everybody needs to raise taxes on the rich people. Well, every time they say that, they raise taxes on everybody. And they already raised taxes on everybody already, but you're unaware of it because you're not educated correctly. No, your professor's too busy talking about what he wants to shove up his butt tonight and how he feels about it. Now let's begin. This right in front of you is telling you year-to-year change on food prices from Purdue University. It's 20%, the increase since the pandemic. Here's the New York State sales tax. We're going to round that off to 8.9. So remember these numbers, 20% and 8.9. 20% being the increase in food because of inflation, and 8.9% what the local communist commune charges you for the food that you must eat in order to survive. The very staples of life. Let's get our calculator. And all of this was done by a group of people in which none of them pay fucking taxes. They should all be in fucking jail. You don't pay your taxes and see what happens to you. And yet they're telling you that you gotta pay yours. You gotta suffer. You gotta tighten your belt. The next week they go out and buy another car. Or another house. So let's go back in time. 2 years ago, pre-pandemic. We're going back through time. Johnny's time machine. We're out there today. We need a bag of groceries. We're going to spend $100 in groceries for the week. That's average for a family of 3. There goes your $100. Then we're going to apply the sales tax to that $100 of groceries. 0 spot 0. Oops. 10 times 0 spot 0. 89. The rounded off sales tax. So roughly for every $10 you're going to pay 89 cents. That $100 worth of groceries is going to have a tax on it of $8.90. Yeah, we'll even times it by 10, just so you don't get confused. Now we go 2 years into the future, our present. And now that same bag of groceries with a 20% increase is going to cost you $120. And let's apply the sales tax. Now it's $10.68. Guess who's getting that money? Your local alcalde. And yes, the federal government has done this too. You're not getting no tax break. Oh, they gave you a few dollars. Oh, but they're going to get that money back. Even if you didn't accept their aid, they're going to take it out of your back. The people who tell you that everybody else has to pay their fair share don't pay any taxes, you idiots. You're being used. Where are they going to get the money with the deficit so high? It's the highest the deficit ever been in history. And inflation is the highest it's been in 40 years. And they don't touch inflation or don't do anything about it and deny it because it gives them more tax money from their base to steal, to put in their pocket. 90% of Congress needs to be put on trial and charged with treason. And all you purple-haired idiots that sit there and worry about Roe versus Wade, when all they did was decentralize the delegation of the law to the states instead of having a small group of people decide for a large mass. They actually handed power over to the people on abortion rather than centralized it to a central authority. That's exactly what these progressive Democrats want. But yet, somehow, it's considered racist or whatever, misogynistic. Oh, you're taking control over our bodies. No, we delegated control directly to you. We at the Supreme Court shouldn't be delegating anything about your body. You are correct. So we passed it on to your state so where your local representatives could take care of that. It's a distraction from keeping you from finding this. Let's go, Brandon. And on that, I'm out of here.